All right, welcome everyone. It's Marilyn Mosier here and Tuesday night team call. We're super excited to have a special guest. Sherry Gillespie is actually in Arizona right now, but she and Rick actually live in Sisters, Oregon for now. Her daughter and is it your granddaughter, right? They live in Boise, Idaho now, but you are just the best grandma. I see you traveling all the time. You go to Yellowstone several times a year. You love to hike. I love watching your pictures. You are the most vibrant grandma I know. I mean, I watch you and
So are you.
Thank you. But it's the best. And this is why we take the products that we take, right? Tandem and collagen and all the amazing products, nutrigenomics, because we're trying to slow down the aging process so we can be with our grandbabies and live life to the fullest. And so we are coming off the heels of an amazing weekend, whether you were there in virtual or in person. In person is the best. It is the way you capture everything. It's like saying you were at a concert, but you listened to it on the radio. I mean, you cannot get the full experience without being there. So I literally have only missed 2 events in 12 years or 11 years. And so I have, LVAs, I've been at every single event, and it is so worth it because you don't become an elite distributor in this business without going to events. They're just so important. And Sherry said this was one of the best. And so we are excited that we're meeting again in March 16th through 18th in New Orleans. So it's down in the Big Easy this time coming up, and that's the next event. But there is also a virtual event, and we'll do some of the announcements at the end because we have so many great announcements. But I'm going to let Sherry go first. She is a Pro 9. She's actually been with the company over 11 years, right? Going on 12
and a half.
12 and a half. So you're a year before me. Yeah, you and Carrie Dickey and Stu, didn't you guys go and
all within the same 2 weeks?
Yep, went to Dr. Joe McCord, talked to him about the science, and you have a nutrition background, a master's in nutrition. Had the corporate background as well, but so knowledgeable. And that's why you're on the scientific advisory board for our company. So I'm going to toss this call over to you and let you run with it. And just, first of all, share your story. It's so powerful. And then give us the breakdown, share your screen and show us the Sinatrol breakdown, because this fat burn, you guys, it's got some amazing, powerful potency to help us lose that muffin top. All right. Go ahead.
Great. Well, gosh, I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys for being on this call, because it's really always important to attend everything, as Marilyn said. And I also want to say what an awesome leader you have in Marilyn Mosier, because I have known her for years, but we never really spend any really good girl time together. So maybe we should do that in the future. But we're grandparents together, we're LifeVantage leaders together, and she is dedicated to help you all get where you want to go. So I would say reach out. One of the messages from this event was, where'd the third-party call go? Get those prospects on a third-party call with Marilyn. She knows what she's doing. She speaks to you from her heart. She loves you all. And I can't say enough great things about her. She's just a fantastic leader on this team, LifeVantage team. And gosh, there's so many out there. And we talked a lot at this event about cross-line, downline, upline, all those words and stuff. And really what it means is just really using everybody to lift, each other up and to show prospects what we have. And we've been talking, I talked at Activate 22 about sharing the whole story, both business and the product. And we talked about that a lot at this. You probably saw that. So, we need to make sure that we're not all product. We get that business side in there. And most people are starting to figure that out. And I'm saying this because somebody might want to become an elite distributor on this call. And in order to do that, it's important to share the whole story. Never prejudge what, even if they're a nutritionist or a doctor or whatever, a dietitian or a chiropractor, you always share the whole story, which is the business and the products. However, you go to the health professional meeting and everybody's a health professional. So it's like crazy wanting to hear all about that stuff, which is not a bad thing. But yet I think what I bring to the plate in that meeting those meetings and on our calls and stuff is a little bit of a different perspective on, you know, how important it is to not leave out the business side. So my story is, gosh, since the 80s, I've been in network marketing. 1984, I think it was, my daughter was born, and about a year or so after that, I got into Discovery Toys, which is a party plan. I did really well, but I schlepped toys every, 5 nights a week, and probably double that, two times a day, over the holidays. And I did really well. So over the years, I got asked to join the corporate side of Discovery Toys, which meant I let go of my entire downline. And I went to the corporate side because I thought I wanted to be on a corporate ladder. My daughter was in junior high or high school. And so I flew to California once a week or once a month for a week. And I really did like it. It was fun. I had 8 regional sales manager reporting to me. But then you get headhunted to go to another company. So Pampered Chef called me, and Weekenders USA, a clothing company, and I flew to Chicago. I interviewed with both of them. I loved Pampered Chef, but the structure was so rigid that I knew I would die, because I didn't know at the time that I'm unemployable. So I went with Weekenders. They allowed me to live in Oregon. The woman that was the head of the game there, she was very well known and very good. So I learned a lot. And I took it because I could stay living in Oregon. But after 18 months, they offered me the executive VP of sales position. Then I thought, oh, I want to be on the corporate ladder, so I can go wear nylons every day and wear ugly clothes every day. Sorry, they were really ugly clothes. But I hope nobody on here was in Weekenders, but they weren't my style. But the opportunity was my style. So fast forward from that, I left there because in 1997, I got really, really sick, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, and no doctor could help me. And I was on 10 different pharmaceuticals over a 10-year period until 2007, when I went back to school in nutrition to try to heal myself. And I found out that I had a very sick gut from eating badly, because back then they would, all the commercials about low fat, no fat. And I got really, really sick. And I did, over a period of years, heal my gut, mostly. Never anybody's has ever healed, in my opinion. And through nutrition, Carrie Dickey heard about me being back in school, and it was 6 months from me graduating with my master's. And she called me on a Saturday morning and said, watch this ABC Primetime Live video. I said, of course, because I didn't want to do the paper I was doing. And I watched it and I was blown away, because I had just studied free radical biology with Dr. Joe McCord. I mean, he was in the book, not with him. Sorry, that would have been cool. So it was in the book. And so I went, okay. So I studied. And I said, Carrie said, we're flying to Colorado. We're going to meet Dr. Joe McCord. Stewie and I are going. And I said, not without me. The other piece you don't know is that we were losing our house. So I didn't have the money to do that. But I had some money or a free ticket. So I used that free ticket, flew to Colorado, blew my mind completely. And I said, if this product, Protandim NRF2, does what it says it does, then I'm all in. And then I said, Carrie, this is network marketing, isn't it? And so I called a friend who I used to work for, and I said, look at this compensation plan. It's Greek. I don't understand it. And he said, he looked at it for like 24 hours, and his job was that he wrote compensation plans. That's what he did for network marketing companies. And he said, Sherry, this is the richest compensation plan I've ever seen. I wish I would have written it. I jumped in with both feet, knew nothing. And I ran like crazy, did everything wrong for 2 weeks because I told everybody about Joe McCord. Nobody cared. Then I learned all you do is show ABC. And ran to Pro 7 in 9 months, Pro 9 in 23 months. And we were able to dig ourselves out of our hole. And we did lose our house, but we dug ourselves out of our hole. And as Meryl and I were talking about earlier, we were able to build an incredible home, paycheck to paycheck, because no bank would give us a loan. So we had to do that out of our LifeVantage Pro 9 pay, which is an incredible still dream to me. So that's the story. I have wonderful daughter and son-in-law actually they're in Coeur d'Alene area, Idaho, and a wonderful grandson who's 6 and a granddaughter who's 9. And I love the outdoors. I have a degree in fish and wildlife. So I tell everybody on the scientific advisory board, because they're double board certified and they're all like PhD, DDDD. And I tell them, well, I'm double certified because I have a degree in fish and wildlife and a master's in nutrition. So I kind of got a double going on. That was the joke at the health advisory thing, or health, whatever professionals thing. That was my joke anyway. But here's what I want to talk to you about tonight. I'm going to share my screen. I mean, who has kind of put fat burn on the back burner? No pun intended.
Right.
Right. It's gone there. It's been on the back burner, and me included. I mean, I've been really guilty of that. And I didn't realize it until we went here, you know, to looking at this. Let me see, slideshow. Slideshow. So I got really, really excited about this study. And I was so excited to be able to present on it because of what it showed. So remember, the key ingredient, the thing that this study is focused around is Sinatrol. And we've had it this whole time, but now that we have this study, we all have a better understanding of how deep it is, what it actually shows, right? So here I just have, you know, a great slide that shows the most important things in my mind. I'm very basic. I'm not going to go into the deep science of all these words that people don't understand, because you guys need to repeat this to people. And by the way, I think it was today, this all went live on the app.
Yeah.
All the studies. So anyway, yes, it was a 16-week and it did have placebo controlled. But here's the things to look at. Are you kidding me? 181 calories per day. Just try to figure that out. I've had many people say, oh, that equals this, this, and this, and this. Oh, and I do want to start by saying, in case it's not on here, because I told them this at the meeting, remember, all of our products work better with a really good, properly prepared whole foods diet. And diet doesn't mean weight loss. By the way, the definition of diet is just what you put in your mouth. And I said this at the meeting because, oh, it does say it down here, a healthy diet, but no change in exercise. Well, I say change exercise, but a healthy diet is so important to make our products work to their best. Does that make sense, you guys? Of course, because remember, in the pharmaceutical, I'm going to go on a soapbox, the pharmaceutical world, it's like, take this, and you're going to be all better. But in my world, it's take these supplements and eat a really good, properly prepared whole food, natural way of eating, organic way of eating, and you're going to have even better results. So 181 calories per day, reduction of total fat by 5.2%, 4 pounds. That's a lot. But here, increased, okay, that I'm going to talk about the beige fat in a minute. Maybe I need to go back one. Oops. Sorry. How do you go back one? Click. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. Oh, that's the wrong way. All right, thank you. Okay, let me go back here. Hold on. Okay, let's back up. Sorry, I've had a day. But it's all good. So this is the first slide I wanted to share with you. Actually, I don't know how I was on the other one, but you guys forgive. So look at this brown adipose tissue. So this is like when you're born. You have this high mitochondrial here activity, and we all know that makes, you know, energy. ATP makes energy, high mitochondrial activity. So it's great when we're born, right? We're all doing really, really well. And then we shift over here to the white adipose tissue, less activity, and the fat droplet gets a little bit bigger. So here's what we want. We want the brown and the white to come together and create beige, to have higher mitochondrial energy activity, right? And this is what we want to have. So unfortunately, that's not always what happens because the ATP, the energy levels have dropped. So we want to shift to this. So that's what the conversion into the brown and white fat. So that's what I left off for you guys. Sorry about that. And then I wanted to go down here. So here's what happens when this happens within our study, because that's what's happening. We're getting to the beige adipose tissue. And here's what happened. But here's what I'm mostly excited about, because in my world with nutrition, this is what I see. The 65% of fat loss was in the trunk area. What I see is that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. So many people, especially men, and I'm seeing more and more women with big fat in the trunk area. So that blew my mind. And this is the second most important thing to me, was that they saw continued fat loss even after discontinued use. And I mean, this is a lot, and it's additional 2 pounds after 4 weeks, after not even using, right? Using the product. So let me see if I can make this happen. Overall conclusion, and I have some additional notes I wanted to share with you on this that I found too. So of course it's on Sinatrol, and it was a 16-week period. Significant total body fat mass loss, and the placebos did not experience any variation. Sometimes placebos do, but I thought this was pretty cool. All related. Okay, wait, here's where I wanted to add. So in addition to that, to body fat mass decreased, lean mass increased, right? Leads us to a healthier body composition. Measurements like your body weight, the BMI, the total lean mass, as I said earlier, trunk fat, also waist and hip circumference. Big changes in all of those things. I mean, who would like to go to their doctor and have less body weight, less BMI, because doctors look at that, more total lean mass, less trunk fat mass, less weight and hip circumference. I mean, this blew my mind. And that's what these anthropometric parameters are that I just read you. I thought it was important to add those because those are things people can relate to. Agreed? So it can be proven that Sinatrol has an excellent safety profile and that no adverse events have been recorded. Another big thing we like to say in LifeVantage. And this is, this is off of our website. And I went to myself and said, self, you've been doing a bad job, because I focus so much on so many of our products and I believe in them all, but I let our physique fat burn fall a little bit on the wayside. And I believe everybody has. So not only give your metabolism a wake-up call, but we need to give a wake-up call to this product. I mean, this is mind-blowing stuff. And I think you should keep it to the basics when you're talking to people and give them some of these statistics that I gave you on what it's proven now with this study on Sinatrol. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I really want you to give a wake-up call to it. I encourage you to use it yourself. I just now today put it on our auto ship, back on our auto ship, and I will be using it, my husband and I for sure.
Yes, and I just started it too this yesterday, so I'm excited to see what it does for, how you get to that age where it's just hard to kind of get your pants, everything.
I know.
You're like, oh, where did that come from? But one thing I did have that back to that slide, it had the green bean or green tea. No, what is it? Coffee bean. Coffee bean. So that in concert with
the guarana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you know anything about those? I mean, so is there like a caffeine buzz we're going to get from this or anything, or
no? It was about 1.5 years ago that people were having that with NAD.
Yeah.
I'm a person that does one NAD because I just I'm just like crazy. I mean, I can't do any caffeine, anything, but I was taking our fat burn even after we changed the formula to less of
Okay.
I can't remember, I don't have it in front of me but the formula was changed about a year and a half ago, and we haven't had any
Okay.
issues with anybody. So I wouldn't
Okay.
worry about that at this point. Yeah. And you saw the new labeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is coming out with it.
That
So,
was my question. So new labeling, but the formula changed a year and a half ago and is not any different now.
Yep. Important point that everybody knows. It's just new labeling. Yeah. It kind of, it's softer. It's more appealing. We're all ready for a change, I think. So
One other question. I've heard varying opinions on the best time to take it. What's your,
yeah. Yeah. I'll give you mine. Just take it.
yeah, if I take it with a meal, before the meal, first thing in the morning?
I
You know,
think we get in our
I
heads.
like
with-
getting the biggest bang for my buck.
Yeah, and I will check again on that. I checked about a year and a half ago and there wasn't any specific time, but I will check again on that and I'll get back to Marilyn. But the thing is, we get in our head to take stuff with food because pharmaceuticals lead us down that road.
Mhm.
And to tell you the truth, if your gut is healthy, you can take your supplements any time of the day. And I've gotten to the point now, and I know there's certain days where I have reactions to what I've taken with my supplementation. And I know I haven't had a very healthy day of eating, or 2 days or 3 days or
Mm.
whatever it might be. So a healthy gut leads to be able to take it anytime you want to. But I will check just to make sure there hasn't been any new comments on that for you.
and do
Thank
you,
you.
know- yeah, do you know if those people that were in that study, were they on Protandim or was this outside of that?
This was outside.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it was done in Spain. There were two, one in Spain and one in France. And
okay.
you'll see that when you see the study. And
okay.
I have a leadership call to get on with Texas and Louisiana in 2 minutes. So
Okay.
Thank you.
Also,
Thank you for
one more
hopping
thing.
on.
Yes,
Yeah.
one thing, I know when Fifi had formulated this and she had said you could take 4 to 6 a day. Is that true? Or do you think that would?
I'm telling you, I would just start, I think it says 2, right? Twice,
2 with each meal is.
2
isn't
with 2 with each
No,
meal.
it says 2 a day.
it? Okay, it used
Are
to be
you-
2 before your best, 2 before each meal for 2 meals.
Yeah, I believe it says that, like, more, I was doing morning and evening.
Yeah.
And I tend to start with everything that's on the bottle. Always with clients, just,
Okay.
yeah, more is not necessarily better.
Okay,
But I think the most important thing I would like you to take from this is, ditch the French fries and those things, but stick to, a lot of greens, a lot of fruits, and have the product work with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super important.
okay, we'll let you go. I know you have another call. Thanks for
You-
jumping on and take
Love
care.
you, Marilyn.
You
All
too,
right.
honey.
Yep,
Thanks again.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. I have some other announcements if you want to stick around. Otherwise, I was just
Bob
gonna.
Marilyn,
Yeah,
my bottle of fat burn says take two tablets daily
oh, really? Is
with a
that the
glass of
newer one or
water.
the old
But
one?
I've got the old formulation because, well, no, because my expiration date was March of 22. And mine
Oh,
says take 2 capsules daily with a glass of water.
huh. And I just remember the original formula
Mhm.
is, yeah, the original one, this is the newer one, but I know when Fifi said, when it came out in 2015, she had said you can take 4 to 6 is what she told me,
Mhm.
but I've
Yeah.
never gone over 4.
I wonder which formula this is.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what they say.
Mhm.
Let me just go to, let's see here, I was gonna see if I had how are you doing, Anita? Did you guys catch most of the replay or the live?
Gonna have to go back and watch the last session again. Got a little bit tired and didn't get all of it completely done, trying to get some food here. I had family in.
Okay,
Well,
no, that's fine. You have 30 days, but just kind of watch snippets here and there or rewatch some of them. But just wanted
It's
to
very
go.
good.
Yep, go over a few of these quick announcements so that we have, now these are for the fat burn. The no gain November is what we're doing until November 21. Any fat burn item that you add to your regular orders, you get free shipping. So, and then these are the bundles. The ultimate bundle has the NAD, Protandim, Axio, and then advanced bundle. And these are 10% off, free shipping. And the starter bundle is getting on that fat burn with the Protandim. So that is going to all the way through the 21st. And then I'm sure they'll probably announce something for Black Friday. That's why it ends on the 21st, because that week of Black Friday in November. Also, the Look Radiant, Achieve More, and Optimize Your Health. Those are the 3 new packs. So they're getting rid of the other packs and then the elite pack. So now we have four activation packs, and those are enrollment packs. And then we also have the new daily wellness with the lemon ginger flavor. So those are the
Has
new.
anybody tried that?
Not yet. I have mine on order. So I've heard it's really, really good. Especially with everybody, putting lemon in their waters and stuff, trying to be healthier over the cold and flu season. So those were some of the announcements I wanted to make sure you knew. And then Anita, I don't know if you're interested in getting back to Pro 4, but this is
Yes, we
the
would.
Rank Up and Return to Rank, Rise Together. If you're a Pro 5 and mentor somebody to Pro 4, you get some cash rewards. But just getting all the way up to Pro 4 or back to Pro 4 as a paid Pro 4, that incentive, you're going to get an extra, I think it's $200.
200. If I'd never been a Pro 4, it would have been 400.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
if you get
I know
that,
it's true.
but that's really worth it. And getting back to Pro 4, just
Would be
knowing that-
awesome.
yeah. And Rock the Rhythm is a virtual product launch coming up in January. It's absolutely free. So just get registered, and it's going to be a
I'm
virtual
already
event.
registered.
Yes, me too. All right. And then remember, Collagen Cash goes all the way through until 2023, you guys. So any orders that you get that are new enrollments that have collagen in them, they will get you that extra $15 on top of. So if you sell one collagen plus the, Collagen Cash, that's $65 in a commission. So remember, that is very, very lucrative. So trying to get your name on the top earners for Collagen Cash. Also, they extended now until December of 2023, the MVP Builder, you guys. So that is getting 3 new business partners, and that goes all the way retro back into 2021, I believe, January of this year. So all the way through January, all the way through this year, and then extended into next year. So 3 business partners, and like I said, it could be anybody in the last 2 years, or a year and a half, and you get them on an auto ship of 200 or more, and you get paid on those, for getting 3 new business builders that have a $200 auto ship. That bonus goes out to you. And then if you help them get 3, then they get that bonus and you'll get 500. And then if you help those 3 get 3, so it's 3 and 3 and 3, that's the gold level, and that's $1,500 that you earn. So that really, really does push this. It ties into the Go Pro, or going back to Pro 4. And then Mexico gets NAD launched. So that is new, and then free shipping as well. Also, I think Axio is launching in Australia and New Zealand. So those are some of the announcements. Anybody else have anything to add? Kim, did you have anything to add?
That run to Pro 4,
Yeah,
that is only for BC1, correct?
right. Yep. That was one thing they mentioned on the call last night. So
It's only for what? What was that, BC1?
BC1. So yeah, it's not like you can go back to Pro 4 and BC2 or 3. Cause I think, yeah, if you're BC, obviously you get BC2, BC3 You know, those you can build to the different levels too, but this focuses on getting your BC1 back to Pro 4 or getting it, you know, a new Pro 4 level. So I think this will be a great way for you guys to run for this for, you know, all the way to the end of the year. And we actually, I did create a little Facebook page for anybody that's working to Pro 4 that we can have that as a kind of a coaching page. And I'll put tips on there, and I might, you know, even have, you know, we'll shout out to people that are getting, you know, people to Pro 4 or getting a success in there. And it kind of encourage each other there. So I'll try to work that page if we get people engaging in that page that are working, you know, just if you have questions or post on there, you know, if you have people that want to work, kind of create kind of accountability partners, help each other on three-way calls, all that kind of stuff. So we can kind of cheer each other on in that little page. You know, and it's just focusing on Pro 4. And I'm going to keep it open all the way till the end of the year. So let's see how many, you know, because even if you're shooting for Pro 4 and you make Pro 3, you know, for those people that have fallen back. So, I mean, it's still a success, right? So that's why we have to set the bar high. But if you make it, great. If you don't, you still have success because you have some growth, right?
We needed to get up there. Yeah.
Well, I'm here for you, and so is Kim. We're going to help, all of us going to help each other. You know, Kim is an amazing leader in our team, and so we all have to work together. And let's not worry about the past. Let's go ahead and look forward and look at all the potential, because really, like I said in that text I sent out, you know, we are in momentum. If we had at convention, they said 25 new Pro 7s. And then they had Tara Wilson hit Pro 10. And I think Pose are running for Pro 10 this month. So popping Pro 10s and 8s and 7s and tons of 5s and 6s and 4s. And that's when you know your company's in momentum. And so just look at it as a blessing, that pretend you're starting over brand new, but you're starting with some volume and some customers already in place. And now you just launch from there. You know, what a blessing. You're not starting at zero like we were when we first started. And now
What blew me away was $10 million in
yes,
collagen. Did you hear that?
yes.
On
And
Friday, they hit $10 million in sales of collagen.
in what, 4 months or
4
what was, yeah,
Who did that?
we did
Wait
as a
a
company. Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh, as the company.
yeah.
Yep.
That's why your orders have been late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$10 million in 4 months. That is crazy, crazy to
Yes.
me. That means people are not getting off of it,
Right. It's
you know?
real. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, well, I will let you guys go. And if you don't have any other questions, and let's just make this a huge month and, you know, help each other get to our goals. And I'm excited for where we're all headed. So any
Have
other
a good
questions?
week, people.
Yes, we can do this. All right, guys.
I had a very simple question. So if somebody gets the fat burn and that's the only product, is it still free shipping?
I believe so. I think anything that,
Okay, I know you had said it when it's added to a stack, but we have somebody that, a pastor that was on that religiously, that was pretty bad. And he's been off, yeah. He's been off it for several months, and it was something to do with a credit card. So I've got to get it back on, but you know, I wanted to make sure I tell him the right thing.
I was pretty sure it said that if you, yeah,
Anything,
the way they worded it is if you add it to anything, it's free shipping, but let me double check on that. Otherwise, I think it does. If you go to add it to your order, it should tell you if it's free shipping too, but I can double check on that.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second. I'm looking at their promotions. Here, it looks like there's only free shipping if you add it to a bundle.
That's
Okay,
what I wondered.
yeah. Well,
Okay. Well, that makes sense because they want to have more product to get the free shipping on.